The Black Stars of Ghana made news of their World Cup qualifying campaign when they impressively silenced and then went ahead to totally dismantle the mighty Pharaohs of Egypt. And as the countdown fast narrows to the Brazil showdown, football analysts are increasingly unanimous that the West African giants stand a clear chance of making Africa proud again after narrowly missing a semi-final spot in South Africa 4 years ago. Here now is a profile of the Black Stars, who are lodged in a rather dicey group alongside Germany, Portugal and the United States of America. The Black Stars of Ghana will head off to the World Cup in Brazil with tons of self-assurance and high expectations, despite their three-place collapse in the April 2014 FIFA Global Classification. Ghana topped their World Cup qualifying group, which included 2012 Africa Cup of Nations champions Zambia, winning 5 of 6 games before eventually booking their flight to Brazil with a 7-3 aggregate demolition of the dreaded Pharaohs of Egypt in their ultimate qualifier. Though hopes of a decent performance for the Black Stars were slightly suppressed after they were drawn alongside 3-time champions Germany, Cristiano Ronaldo's Portugal and the unpredictable USA in Group G, it will be foolhardy to quickly write off the West African giants despite their presence in what analysts rate the Group of Death. They can boast of quality players in the likes of Kevin Prince Boateng, Michael Essien and Asamoah Gyan, who came so close to upsetting the world in 2010 when they only narrowly squandered a chance to reach the tournament semi-final after Gyan's missed penalty kick in a shootout against Uruguay cost them the opportunity. They are currently coached by James Kwesi Appiah, who took over in 2012 and sits in the history annals as the first black African coach to lead Ghana to a World Cup. The 4-time Africa Cup of Nations winners will confront the USA they have beaten twice in previous editions of the tourney when they launched hostilities on June 16 in Natal. They then go on to face Germany and Portugal in their ensuing hard-to-predict encounters. And though many say it will be a tough task for the Black Stars to advance from the group stages, Kwesi Appiah, who played for Ghana for 10 years as left-back defender, has the experience to prove his detractors all wrong in Brazil with the sharp-shooting Gyan. Veteran Michael Essien, Sule Montari as well as Andre Ayew Pele expected in the ranks. Ghana were the only African side to emerge from the group phase in 2006, a feat they repeated in 2010 in South Africa. And behold, the Black Stars can count on the likes of Michael Essien, Asamoah Gyan, Sule Montari and Prince Boateng. But one man who sticks out as a potential game changer for the Black Stars is Andre Ayew Pele. The multi-talented son of retired African football great Abedi Pele will be playing his second World Cup this year and is expected to bank on his long years of experience wielded at French Liga side Olympique Marseille to help Ghana fly high in Brazil. His portrait is up next. One man the Black Stars of Ghana can look up to as a game changer during the upcoming World Cup is 24-year-old Andre Morgan Rami Ayew Pele, who was born in France but chose to represent his father's nation. The 1.76 meter tall 10-shirted striker with French Ligue 1 side Olympique Marseille has consistently proved his mettle over the past few years, evoking memories of the days his legendary dad, Abedi Ayopele, three-time winner of the African Footballer of the Year award, stamped his passage on every football stadium across the planet with remarkable audacity. Ayew, full of charisma, leadership traits, and an unquenchable fighting spirit, certainly ranks below the likes of Mike Essien, Sule Montari, Prince Boateng, and other old guards in the house in terms of experience. But he has repeatedly proved his worth with 47 caps for his country, and a recent shining example remains the lone winning goal he scored against Burkina Faso to enable Ghana's scale into the quarterfinals at the last Africa Cup of Nations. In 2009, he captained his country's under-20 selection that lifted both the Africa and World Cups in the category. And Ayew fits well both as an attacking winger, centre forward, as well as a backup striker. The brother to Ibrahim and Jordan Pele debuted his career at age 14 with Ghanaian club Nania before signing with his father's former club Marseille in 2005, where he made a first-team selection 2 years later. Eventually, he was sent on loan to Lorient and then Alves Avignon, which he helped earn promotion to the Ligue 1. In 2010, he returned to Marseille and has stayed there ever since. He has so far played for Ghana the 2008, 2010 and 2012 Africa Cup of Nations tourneys, as well as the FIFA 2010 World Cup. In 2011, he collected the BBC African Footballer of the Year award, as well as the Ghanaian Footballer of the Year distinction. Ghana, like most of the 32 qualified countries for the Brazil 2014 World Cup, will engage their final lap preparations in May with 2 planned camps in the Netherlands and the United States of America, as well as pipeline warm-up encounters against Korea, Honduras, and Costa Rica. And Coach Appiah Kwesi insists that robust preparations will be the key to success in Brazil. By all counts, the Black Stars of Ghana go to Brazil as a dreaded force for any opponents. After sticking out as the only African selection to reach the quarterfinals at the last edition in South Africa in 2010, where they lost in penalties to Uruguay, Ghana have been frequently tipped to shine again in 2014. They are slated to camp in the Netherlands and then the USA and play at least 4 friendlies before heading off to Brazil. And to cement their hopes of an honorable participation, football authorities in the West African powerhouse are lining up warm-up games against the Netherlands on May 31, but matches against their subsequent warm-up opponents, Honduras and Costa Rica, so far remain unconfirmed. Elsewhere, there is emerging news indicating that South Korea are desperately seeking a friendly against Ghana on June 10 to fine-tune their final preparations for the football fiesta. But the Korean Football Association adds that the exact schedule for their encounter is yet to be corroborated by their Ghanaian counterparts. And despite their presence in what pundits consider one of the toughest groups in the competition, the country's sports minister Elvis Ankara is among those exuding confidence. In a recent media outing, he insisted that those strategic preparations for the tournament are key to success in Brazil. The Black Stars are unified and well aware of the stakes awaiting them in June. However, one bone of contention as the squad prepares to intensify training is hinged on rumors that the Ghana Football Association is planning to appoint a foreign technical director to assist Coach Kwesi Appiah at the finals, a scenario that would certainly unsettle and undermine the coach. So right now we're going to take our mics downtown to try and sample opinion on Ghana's World Cup chances. And the question we're asking people in the streets of Douala is, how far do you think Ghana can go at the 2014 World Cup in Brazil? And what makes you think what you think? Opinion is up next. Okay, tell me how far you think Ghana can go at the World Cup in Brazil.
I think Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire might have the best chances for Africa, you know. I don't see an African team winning during this World Cup. But I think we might have an African team play the semi-finals this time.
I'm not really a crazy football fan. I watch football matches every now and then. But Ghana, my favorite team. I've known the Black Star team since the 70s, and I know they're a very good team. I wish them success. I really wish they get the cup this time. They did very well in South Africa, by the way. I watched them in South Africa. They have a good, positive environment which allows creativity and to people to excel meritocratically. Those things exist in Ghana. Those qualities exist in Ghana. And I'm sure Black Star will tap into them.
The Black Stars of Ghana, I think that the hopes and aspirations of most Africans are aimed on the Black Stars because for one thing they have a very solid team. They don't have very popular players, but they play more like a team, very much unlike the other teams that they have stars but they don't have a team and they lack the team spirit. But that is what you find with the Ghanaian team that plays very much like a team and they have the team spirit.
So next week we'll turn the focus on Algeria, and then just right after that we'll begin profiling Cameroon's first round opponents at the World Cup in Brazil. Until next week, bye-bye.